I'm Adrian Fisher. I'm the Vice President of Entertainment Experience here at Princess Cruises, and we're on the beautiful Crown Princess, opening night of Magic to Do, our new show with Stephen Schwartz that we announced 6 months ago. And a lot of work has gone into it over these past 6 months. And here we are, opening night. Couldn't be more excited.
So it is my great pleasure tonight to introduce you to a new partnership that Princess Cruises has established with the illustrious Stephen Schwartz.
Join us, leave your fields of flowers.
The way this partnership came to be is that Princess approached me about doing a review of my songs, and then as we were working on this review and having a lot of fun together, it occurred to them that maybe we could have a partnership.
We partnered with him to create 4 new shows of Princess. These will be unique shows that you can only see on Princess Cruises.
We've got magic to do just for you. Miracle parts to play.
I think what we're trying to do with this Stephen Schwartz partnership is really take Broadway-style entertainment on cruise ships to a whole new level.
Things to take by storm as we go along.
Our guests expect a very high standard of product, a very high standard of guest experience, and we're constantly looking at how we can improve the guest experience. And again, this partnership with Stephen is just a significant component of that.
Really excited by the partnership. It's unlike anything that's ever been done in the cruise industry before.
Pastorally,
he's our only great American theater composer. He's an amazing artist and a great man.
We've been talking about this for quite a while, as you can imagine, so I'm really glad to make the announcement and get to work.
Hello, Sarita, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Excellent. We're running a little bit behind, so we'll probably start a little closer to 4:30. What's up, kid?
Hi, thanks for waiting. We appreciate your patience.
Thanks for seeing us.
What would you like to sing today?
Stephen Schwartz and I go back a long way. He approached Mark Hartman and I about 7, 8 years ago with the idea of combining magic with his music, which we took to immediately. And we worked on a show called Magic in the Music. And it was sort of what we're doing now, but a early version of it. And when this opportunity came up with Princess Cruises, we couldn't have been more thrilled because it was sort of like this idea was waiting for this opportunity.
Fantastic. Great job, Lee. Thank you very much.
The reaction to the announcement in New York has been phenomenal. Great press coverage. We've been casting already. We were casting in New York, in Toronto. This week we are in LA. Next week we're in Vancouver. We're getting an incredible turnout.
Do you want me to play to the camera, or does it matter?
Double what we normally see at our auditions, which is fantastic.
See the pretty girl in that mirror there. Who can that attractive girl be? Such a pretty face, such a pretty dress, such a pretty smile, such a pretty me.
Good. Thank you, Jill.
Thank you, guys. All right, this is Journey to the Past. One step at a time, one hope, then another. Who knows where this road may go? Back to who I was, on to find my future, things my heart still needs to know. Yes, let this be a sign, let this road be mine, let it lead me to my past and bring me home at last.
That's great, Courtney. Hey, Courtney, could you just come and dance for us, or move for us, I should say, at around 4:30-ish?
Oh, didn't know that was an option. But yes, are my jeans okay?
Yeah.
She can wear what.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yes,
See
I'd
you
love
in a
to.
few minutes then.
Thank you.
Courtney. Great to
Thank
see you again.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
This is my first contract with Princess Cruise Lines, but I'm very excited to be playing Kat in Magic to Do. I actually worked with Stephen Schwartz in 2008, so it's really fun to be singing his music again and reconnecting with such an iconic composer.
Movement starts from the character, from the person who's doing it. Whether it's they have text to support it or a song, how a character walks is important to me. How they twitch their neck or stretch. It's all part of who they are and part of how the audience will absorb the depth of their character.
Here today, day one. My name is Denise Savas. I'm the director of our onboard. The first day was fantastic. We had a huge storytelling session where the director and the entire creative team and the whole supporting production team and the cast were introduced.
I think when we all came to Princess Cruises the first time and we walked into this factory for creativity, we were all like, why can't we have this in New York? You know, it's fantastic.
This is a facility we built in 2009. It's really the first of its kind, I think, in the industry to have such a comprehensive group of dance studios and vocal studios. We have 5 dance studios here, 2 vocal studios in 28,000 square feet.
To see sort of where we were a week ago to where we are today is pretty phenomenal. They have about half the show blocked and choreographed already. We're doing a sing-through today with Stephen, and we're only 1 week into production and rehearsal. And we have about half of our illusions here. So they are working fast and furious, and we have a 4-week, very tight rehearsal deadline before the cast moves on to the ship.
Well, it's been very exciting seeing the show come together and being at the first run-throughs and late rehearsals. Up until now, things have just been concepts and ideas on paper or in our heads, and it's always really exciting when you start to see it with choreography and the first hints of the magic, though of course in the room they're just faking the magic right now. Tweaks and changes that we want to make, it's important to do those now because in about 10 days, we're going to the recording studio to record the tracks to which the live musicians will be playing and the singers will be singing. And once that's done, that part of the show is basically set. So the recording is next, and then following that, there will be the actual production on the ship, where again, I'm sure there will be changes that we want to make and improvements we want to put in and little adjustments to be made.
Thank you all very much. Fantastic work. We'll see you soon.
Couple more, 1, 2, 3. Like aqua bass guide, yeah. 2, 3, and. We've been working very hard in the course of putting the show together to really tailor the songs to this specific experience and to recontextualize them in terms of our show.
So we reconfigure and redefine the circumstances for each song as we go through, but it always incorporates some sort of magic or illusion in the song.
We got magic to do just for you. We got miracle plays to play.
It's a really important day for us to basically create the oral experience of Magic to Do.
One of the reasons to do the pre-recording is that we can use more instruments than we're able to use live on the ship. So even though the performance is live, and live musicians will be playing it, and singers will be singing live, this is a way to sort of enhance it and fill it out. Almost. Okay. So I think that you want the first joiners to come from one side, you want the second one to come from the other side, and then you want to ping back and forth, and they should do it out there.
3,
Okay.
4, 1. Join us. Join us. Join us.
That is awesome, Mark.
I'm sold on that one. Let's do it.
So the way this works on the ship is kind of fascinating. So everything is recorded, and then they basically mute out the tracks that are live, essentially, and perform them live. And so you really get the best of both worlds. You get this live experience with real wonderful singers and actors that are up there in the moment, living through the stories, and live musicians that are responding to that. And then you've also got this full sound, which is still intimate enough to really match proportionally and sort of philosophically with what's on stage and what the audience is seeing. So it's not like a symphonic orchestra. It's but it's bigger than 4 pieces, and so you really get the breadth and scope of Stephen's beautiful music and melodies to create a really full, uplifting and transporting experience.
We love his hocus pocus, Mr. Houdini, mirror and smoke us. No prison or policeman's cuffs can cause him grief. Hard to believe, no, beyond belief.
So from a sound perspective, one of the most exciting things that I'm hoping for in this show is to really envelop them in the sound so that they get deep inside the moment. So, you know, we'll use our surround system and have sound flying at you all around, but you don't really notice that. It just creates this magical environment where you're just there.
I have worked here at the tracking room with this amazing engineer, Dan Rudin, before. And as I felt last time and have been reminded this time, the musicians in Nashville are, if not the best in the world, certainly among the very best in the world. They're amazing readers, and they seem instinctively to know what the feel is for each of the songs, and also where each of them as individuals need to fit in and sometimes step out within an arrangement.
Beyond bamboozle, beyond bedazzle, behold Houdini.
Stephen is wonderful to work with. He's very, very good. Very picky, of course, because it's his music and he wants it done the way he sees it to be done.
Yeah, a couple of things. Watch again, you're overpronouncing want to. You want to. There's almost no T on want.
Just soften that.
Yeah.
In my
You have want. Want to drop your. I think want to is good, but it should verge on wanna. Watch the K of struck with awe. Who leaves you struck with awe? I'm hearing straw with awe. There's a place you can hit the consonant. And big on chief and brief, your cutoff should be an F sound. Chief. In brief, actually use the F as the cutoff.
Okay.
I sketch first all my drawing in the pencil, and after I transfer them to the computer. And I work with a person for the color.
This is called dye sublimation. We print on paper first, and then we run it through that heat press right there onto the fabric. What happens is the inks, they evaporate and bond themselves to the fiber in the fabric, which makes them permanent.
In the song of Stephen, you find I find a lot of hope, and it's very high spirit musicality, And so the characters are full of this inspiration. They're really representing for me mystery of life and how they can make you dream and smile.
We just took the paper off the machine with the ink on it, and we're going to transfer it onto fabric.
I think my strength is color. So, you know, it's to create a tableau that with harmonious color.
So as the fabric and the paper go through the machine at 400 degrees, this design will be on the fabric permanently. This final product.
Yes, now the pattern is ready, and we're putting all the swatches so the cutters can cut accordingly.
Over here we have a outfit that's called one of the twins, and this is what it's starting to look like after all the design work and the printing.
Well, we own and operate the puppet studio, and we do all kinds of puppets. And we're really fortunate that Princess Cruises loves to put puppets in their show. And this show, Magic to Do, is chock full of puppetry.
Gabe's amazing. I mean, he really took to it very fast, and just had a lot of great ideas on how to use like the shadow puppets, how to stage that, what he wanted to see. So yeah, he was great in showing us what he wanted and helping us to figure out the whole number.
It's been an evolution because they've been rehearsing here for about a month and a half, and in that process we started building rough mock-ups of the puppets so they would get it into rehearsal, and through that process we constantly, with Gabe, would refine it. So we've added puppets, we've taken puppets out, so that's kind of a dynamic thing too, to be able to do that. So it's like, oh, hopefully it's building to something really terrific. And all costumes are really difficult because people have to work kind of blind. So we always make sure that they can see. And the operator in this case, this will look like a diamond, but it'll actually be a one-way mirror so she can see out and see where she's going. And she can also look out through the mouth.
The big challenge on a ship really is space. Well, very early on, Gabe came up with the concept of using Magritte as an inspiration. And it was one of those things that it immediately fell into place, and it's perfect because it's quiet and it's magical.
When the audience sits down, they'll see a set that has a very surrealistic nature to it. We have a lot of different elements playing into the set. There's a lot of magical elements. There's a lot of media playing into the set. There's some really rich textures that we've incorporated into the set as well.
For this show, I'm doing a visual effect in the song Colors of the Wind, using air and big pieces of fabric that fly and some very brightly colored metallic confetti that's going to make a huge atmospheric effect above the stage. Visually, it's somehow, because of the freedom of the materials as they fly, people attribute human characteristics many times to the objects. For instance, I'll have two pieces of fabric that fly in a vortex, and you don't know where they're going to be at any particular moment. The overall aerodynamics of the pattern of this air system is set, and they behave in certain ways with really strong music. This has a powerful emotional effect on people.
Doing magic anywhere is a challenge. I've done magic in many other shows, but never a show that features the magic the way this show will. And so doing that anywhere is always a challenge because there's so many factors to it. And adding the variable of being on a floating stage obviously is just another challenge.
I mean, here we've got a show that literally is on the high seas. We have to watch out for things that are moving, for how things roll around on stage, a number of technical elements that we have to keep in mind, and all of that has to look effortless. The audience can't be aware of that.
When you are performing on stage on a cruise ship and we're in rough seas or the ship is moving a little bit, the hardest part is standing still. or walking slowly in a sexy manner. That is probably the hardest.
Yesterday, we were running the finale of Magic to Do, a song that we sing after the curtain call, where everyone's just standing in a straight line, and the whole cast in unison was slowly swaying from side to side as we were pulling out of port.
Today we added another element to our rehearsals. We added the lighting element for the first time. We've already done the technical aspect with all of our sets moving, the lifts going up and down. We've added the costumes, we've added the makeup, we've added the props. But adding the lighting today is the first time that we get to kind of see what world is being set up by the lights.
Ken Billington is one of the most prolific lighting designers working today, and we have him on our show, and it's so cool. Right now in rehearsals, it's a lot of hurry up and wait. It's a lot of stand here while we look at the light and we look at it on your face and we look what it's doing on your costume. And for example, we spent 5 or 6 hours today just on the opening number, which I think is about 3.5 minutes long. And we ended rehearsal by running the number, and that was it. That was our end of day.
We're very close at this point. We're close to the finish line. We've got a lot of the elements in place now. We have most of our costumes, the lighting, the set, and so all the puzzle pieces are starting to gel together. It's very exciting.
One of the most fantastic things for me about working on a show like this for Princess Cruises is the ability to get inside this material and to tell the stories in a new way, to find a way into these songs that we may not have heard before and still preserve the wonderful spirit of the Schwartz tunes.
It's a show in which the everyday experiences are made extraordinary, and the extraordinary experiences that you see remind you of ordinary life. And so it really is a celebration of all those things that we often take for granted and that we might look past. And the magic is the cherry on top that makes that all work. The magic is the thing that points out the mystery and the intrigue of everything that we experience every day.
And in fact, that's what the song A Little Magic that's in our show, that's part of what it's about. There's a line in the song that says, sometimes it's more fun when you can't figure out how it's done.
I think it's everything we dreamed of in terms of the best of music and the best of magic all put together on the same stage. So we're kind of thrilled. And in addition to Stephen's music, the kind of characters that we see, not only the principal characters, but the ensemble that all have their own little individual character created by Dominique Lamoureux is fantastic. It's not a blank chorus line. It's fused with a lot of character and love.
I think cruise ships unfortunately have a bit of a stigma as far as, oh, well, it's just entertainment. They're all there. They're captive. Just throw a show up there and it's fine. This new union of Princess and Stephen Schwartz is basically raising the bar industry-wide, I think. Now that we're creating new work, new art, really. This is a piece of art now, with all these amazing designers as well as the people they have involved, both on the production side and on the performance side. And it's creating I'm hoping it creates the new normal. People go to a cruise ship to see excellent theater, excellent art, excellent emotional experiences, and I hope it continues to be so.
Stephen will bring you purity of theater. You'll get music, and they'll walk away singing the songs, also with a body of good storytelling. I think their lives will be transformed because that's where he works. He works in that transformative vein that makes you think, makes you wonder, and makes you want to do for the better or for the good.
It's a real honor and thrill to start a relationship with the Princess Cruises. I love everyone I've met has not only been so skilled at what they do, but fun-loving, full of humor and openness. That it's been just a terrific collaboration that I hope continues for years to come.
Life is difficult. Each day has problems of its own, so the Bible tells us.